Good morning from Hop. Hope y'all are doing well. I went to the stores actually yesterday on Wednesday. I like to mix it up, go on different days just to kind of see, hey, am I telling you the best information on my store visits? Don't want it just to be the same day. But it's Thursday morning right now. Hey, jump in the comments. Let me know your area. And if you're in Florida, please let us know how you're doing. Let us know how your area is looking. Different parts of Florida are still able to be hunkered down right now or able to get out, depending on where you're at. But just give us an update, and then everybody come back later and check out the comments and see what's going on. So I want to just tell you about my local stores. First of all, water. Wow, what an abundance of cases of water for the individual and the value packs this week. Pallets of it. Finally, it was just like, wow, what an amazing order that came in. Everybody who's been dying to get the big packs of water on a more consistent basis, this week's been a great week for that. So props to either the manufacturers, the shipments, whoever's been ordering it, people stocking it. Hats off. What a great job. Decorations, not a survival item, but you got to keep the wife happy, all right? Happy wife, happy life. So that could be considered a prepper item if you value your piece. so get it. Get your fall stuff, guys. Hey, milk looked really good. Great shape. Bread, however, not so much. Thankfully, they had something that I like to buy, and they maybe had maybe 18 loaves. Now they're down to 17 because I had gotten this. But all the other brands, everything was empty. And it was kind of weird because I'm like, we're not having a storm here. Now in Florida, they're having a storm. I understand, all their stuff, perishables and things being, bread and everything being bought off the shelf. Maybe everybody in Florida came to Tennessee and they needed some bread. And that's possible. I've already heard some people say, hey, kids are up here from Florida, just to come stay with us up here in Tennessee. So it might be. And they need to make some sandwiches, right? The grandkids, and they're hungry, and that's very possible. Because you know what? I did look at the lunch meat, too, thinking about that. Lunch meat, I was like, well, I got one pack of lunch meat left. And I just kind of kept going because I was over there buying some cheese. But yeah, the lunch meat, so that might be what's going on. A lot of people coming up here, family members coming up, and they're just looking for some of them quick lunch grabs. Cheese, all the cheeses were in really good shape. Let's talk about pasta for a minute. A lot of you have also commented, pasta sauces. These are great quick makes, good prep items, things to have, put up. You get your carbs and everything in there. Just real easy dinners. And usually those shelves are wiped out all the time. However, this time around, I went, not too bad. The sauces were stocked up very well. Spaghetti, maybe not every name brand, but they have the cheap stuff, right? And sometimes that's what I like anyway. Just kind of save a few dollars. But let's talk about the canned pasta, okay? All of your Chef Boyardees and, the other off-brands and things they do, man, they were wiped out, okay? They were just, and they've been kind of like that, but even more so this week. Just the canned pasta is just down. They did have one flat of these SpaghettiOs with meatballs, and I like to have these on hand for quick grabs. I never even looked at the date, just curious. So February 24th, so not kind of, to me, that's short dated. Usually things on cans, buying them off the shelf, they're dated a little longer than that. February of 24. I mean, we're almost February of 23. So that's, to me, they're pulling some old stock or something or funneling through, and they have decimated all the other stuff though. So that's what we got going on there. Let's look at some of the other canned goods. So it was kind of like that, pretty much everything canned, all the canned chicken, very small amounts. They had some of the individual cans. They had no 4-packs, and they only had a few of the 2-packs. These we rotate. My wife makes a really good soup that she does, and she'll use these cans because they're ready to go. You don't have to pre-cook chicken breast or anything like that. You just open these up and go. So that's convenient to have. And tuna, same thing. I don't care if it's the canned tuna, if it's the individual packs of tuna, though they did have one of my favorites, the deli style. Again, these are quick grabs. These are good for bug out bags, get home bags, camping, just a quick snack, taking with you to work, a little protein. So those were all hit. I mean, walking up and down that aisle, like I said, it made me feel like I was in Florida. Like just everyone's been buying everything. Soups, broths, again, just knocked out. I went a week ago, and luckily I stocked up on all my soup last week, if you watched my video last week. And I did that taste and sample test of that cereal. Remember Just Add Water? And those were out. I was thinking about buying an Apple Jacks, the Kellogg's brand, where it's got the milk already built in with the cereal, and Just Add Water. I did a demo on that on last week's Thursday video. Same with beans, all your different vegetables. Again, just everything. Now, some people are like, well, is it, employees? They don't have enough employees. Maybe they're short-staffed and everything's piled in the back. The back room is just bursting at the seams with supplies and they just can't get them out. No, I talk with the employees time to time when I go in there, and some of them kind of recognize me, and they have employees and they're fronting everything, so they're walking around fronting things and pulling things forward. They just don't have anything to put behind it and to add to it. So they're occupying their time. There's usually 4 or 5 employees standing at the front of the store just hanging out. I don't think they have enough product anywhere in the back room to bring to the front. And that's kind of where they're at. Or they're now focusing over on Christmas stuff and getting that out early. They got to have something to do. So spice packs, like the meatloaf. This was like $1.84 now at Walmart. I could have sworn I used to get these for $1 or less, I thought. So $1.84, I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's almost $2 now just for some spices. So may have to start making my own spice pack. But I like that McCormick meatloaf, but I bought it just because I wanted to talk about it. Otherwise I'll forget. Here's a little thing. My wife loves this International Delight coffee. These things are hard to find. They don't have a huge space. And when they come in, people who drink these things, it comes in a carton. I'm going to lift this up for a second. So it's a whole carton, and they have a good date on these. Like this is dated December 2nd of this year. So, that's a good 2 months that can sit in the fridge. So what people are doing is when they finally get it stocked up, people are just emptying it and shoving these in their cart because they never know when they're going to come in again. And we do the same thing. My wife likes the one because it's a little less sugar. And on a budget and working from a budget, this is way better buying these than the individual Starbucks or the individual Dunkin' Donut bottle coffees, because you can portion control on these and it's not as tempting. Like if you have a bottle in your hand, you're going to go ahead and guzzle that down. Let's all be honest, right? You're not going to just, it's only drink half. No, you're drinking all of it. So Gatorades, power, sports drinks and things, Powerades. A week ago, all I could find a Powerade were the 6-packs. Well, this time they had no 6-packs, and they only had like 1 or 2 flavors of the regular sized, the bigger ones. And so we have a few of these we were able to pick up. And Diet Pepsis, let's talk about that for a second. This one I had to pull out of my fridge because the last few times my wife has been out, I've been out, there's been 0 Diet Pepsis, none. And in these bottles, they have them in the small, tiny cans and all that stuff. Bottles just taste better. And you say, well, is that a survival item? Is that something? I can't live without it. Okay, so yeah, it's my survival item. No, it's my addiction. I'll be honest with you, and it's something that's a feel-good item. It's frivolous. It's not going to be used in a survival situation, but it's day-to-day life. Okay. Not everybody has vices like this. Some people have iced tea. Some people have coffee. That's coffee is their addiction or their vice. Could be different sodas, different Mountain Dews, whatever. But we all have something. And it's nice to be able to go to the store and get these when you want. Luckily, I keep stocked up because, again, I like to prep and be prepared for when they don't have any. And, well, I've been utilizing my backups. And that's just something that, again, it's not the store's fault. I think it's something to do with Pepsi, and they're just not having them to put out, or they only have a very few, and people that drink these just buy what they bring, and they're gone. Let's see how we're doing here. Just two more things. So we got the produce section. Last couple weeks, hey, look, fruits are looking good. Different veggies, different things that we buy that we use in recipes. Things are looking good. I can't complain. Now, I have not bought any heads of lettuce lately, so I can't tell you if they got that gooey, that brown stuff in them, or maybe some of you can update me on things on that. Medicines. A lot of times you're at Walmart and things. Hey, keep caught up on your medicines. Go check your medicine cabinet. Go check your medicine drawer. Make sure that you're prepped up with whatever your prescriptions are. Don't let them get past due. Stay on top of them. Because, again, you never know when something may happen and you're not able to go into a store anymore. Just always stay ahead as much as you can on those items. All right, well, if you all don't mind, if you haven't hit the subscribe button before, if you've watched me before or you've watched today and you kind of say, hey, it's kind of interesting, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button before you leave this morning. If you don't mind, that helps out. And don't forget to leave a comment and come back later and join in and kind of read everyone else's, and there's some discussions taking place. Jump in and have a little bit of fun. Sometimes things in this life get crazy. Everything gets a little serious. We need a distraction from time to time. What better distraction than to jump on with a good group of friends, family that we have here at House of Prep, and just kind of enjoy spending some time, talking about some prep items and things we like to do. Well, you all have a great rest of the day. And hey, Florida, we're praying for you. Those that might have family down there, and people that live there. If you're going through it right now, maybe you're out of power. We hope and pray for a quick recovery for all people that are down there. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you all later.